Not gonna lie, this lighting, it's a vibe. Welcome back, everybody, and today we are going to be going over Jake Paul versus Timmy Fury. I love saying that, Timmy. And this event, and how this event is, it's flopping. It's showtime. Like, let's be clear here. Showtime is the reason why these events haven't worked. Let's look back at Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. Jake Paul versus Tyrannosaurus Rex Woodley. And now this versus Timmy. These events were poorly marketed. I mean, I took an entrepreneurship class junior year, and I think I know a little bit more than Showtime does. Because Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather's first press conference and Jake Paul's versus T-Rex Woodley were both done on obscure channels with under 1 million subs, not even on Logan and Jake's main channels. But no, on these obscure things that have terrible quality and then that built up no hype whatsoever. I mean, who does a press conference on a YouTube channel that doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers? I don't get it. I mean, and you know how I found out about this? It's because it was in my, because I had to look up Jake Paul. Already, I am wasting my Wi-Fi usage. And then I see this thing that says Jake versus Tommy Fury press conference. And so I click on it, and it's the press conference. And so that's the first mistake. And the thing is Jake has ownership over the market. He is the marketing guru of this whole operation thing. And so he had to have some say over it. If I was in his shoes, I was like, we are either doing this press conference on my channel with a quality production or not doing it at all. But instead, they do it. And also, Tommy Fury and Tyson Fury were on a Zoom call. Now, I know they're in the UK, and I know that Tommy's mom is sick. But if you're going to do something, the worst thing you can do is a Zoom call. Who does a Zoom call for a press conference? At least use Google Meets, that's better. Already was off to a poor start after the first press conference, where Tommy was not there. They still held it anyways. It was the most boring press conference ever. Somehow, it managed to be more boring than Wilder versus Fury 3's press conferences. That's how low it is. That's how low it is. Also, it was Mr. Paul flexing on everybody for like 10 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes, and then it was over. And then we get this next thing, and Tyson Fury and Tommy Fury, imagine if they were on the stage. At least 5 viral moments you have there, trending on Twitter, pay-per-views going through the roof. But no, they were on a Zoom call. Imagine if Tyson Fury was with Jake Paul on a stage. Like, there's so much potential, and it's so frustrating because I'm actually looking forward to this fight. I like Tommy. This is a competitive fight. Tyson's involved. Look at what Tyson did for the promotion for Billy Joe versus Canelo. He escalated it to the next level. Now, I'm sure we will get these interactions and some big moments in the weeks leading up, and when it's fight week and we get the final press conference and the weigh-ins and whatnot, and I'm hoping some drama happens there. Because if there is nothing at all, then that's a fail. Even if it has to be manufactured, it has to happen. And now I could go through the press conference beat by beat, scene by scene, but that's just so much work. So I'm going to give you a couple of edits at the end of this video to show some stuff that Jake said, and basically you'll see how hypocritical, stupid, and redundant all of his statements are. I don't think Jake will get under Tommy's skin. Tommy seems very confident. He seems very quick. He's very sharp. He's very into what Jake is saying. Some stuff flew over the older people's heads like Ben and Tywin. And I always said, even with Anthony Taylor, Tommy's great at promoting a fight, at building it up. He's confident. He doesn't let people get under your skin. He's sharp. He's quick. He's like Jake. And so we're going to see a very different lead up where I think Jake will get frustrated. Also, when the guy touched him, he's like, "Don't touch me, sir." It's like, you whiny little brat. Shut up. Like, shut up. I just hate him so much. Tommy starting later than Jake is okay, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Tommy has been doing this consistently for his whole life. You know, and he can afford to have a longer break and start late. Whereas Jake hasn't been doing this for his full life and needs as much time as he can. Because, fact, Tommy Fury is technically better than Jake Paul. and has everything in his toolbox to beat him. It's all about up here. And I think he doesn't choke as much as he forgets what to do. He doesn't do what he's taught. But I'm hoping that Tyson and his coach can help him evolve to that next level. And it seems like they already are. And I think Tyson being involved instantly makes things way more interesting. So those are my thoughts on the press conference and just the build-up in general. It's been pretty weak. Thank you all for the new subs for K. Sorais. I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name, but that podcast was awesome. Check it out, check it out. You can check it out on my channel. And I will leave you now with some edits of the hypocrisy of Ake Paul.
Hasn't been tested. He's only been put in with opponents that were meant to lose. I've never done that. All my fights were stepping into the unknown. See a guy who is green. You know, he doesn't have head movement. He can't fight going backwards. You know, he's stiff, he's rigid.